So how exactly do you teach a machine to think? I mean, a neural network, when it's first created, is basically a blank slate. It's just a jumble of random connections. So how does it go from guessing wildly to predicting things with, well, pinpoint accuracy? In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on the process that makes it all work.
Okay, so you've got this really complex network, right? But all its internal settings, we call them weights, they start out completely random. And because of that, it's pretty useless at first. So the big question, the fundamental question we have to answer is, how do we teach this thing to get it right?
Well, the very first thing you have to do is figure out how to measure its mistakes. For that, we use something called a loss function. You can just think of it as a score that says exactly how wrong the network's guess was. A really high score? That's bad. A huge mistake. A low score? That's great. So the name of the game is to get that loss score as close to zero as we possibly can.
A great way to visualize this whole process is to imagine a ball trying to roll down to the very bottom of a giant sprawling valley. The landscape of this valley, with all its dips and hills, represents every possible error the network could make. And the lowest point, the very bottom of that valley, that's the sweet spot. That's the point of minimum error, where our network is at its absolute smartest.
So, how does the network actually find its way down this error valley? It uses a really powerful algorithm called stochastic gradient descent, or SGD for short. This is basically the force of gravity we were just talking about. It's a process that constantly pulls the network's settings toward that lowest point, always showing it the fastest way downhill. And the way it works is this surprisingly simple loop. The network starts at some random point on the slope, it calculates the steepness right where it is to see which way is downhill. Then it takes a small step in that direction, and it just does that again and again and again. What's so amazing is that this simple iterative cycle of check, step, repeat is the absolute foundation of how almost all modern AI learns. All right, that seems straightforward enough, right? But of course, there's a catch. Every single time our little ball moves downhill, it has to take a step. The question is, how big should that step be? And this turns out to be a really, really important question.
That step size is controlled by a supercritical setting called the learning rate. Now, if you pick a small learning rate, the network is going to be very careful, very precise, but it can also be incredibly slow to learn anything. On the flip side, a large learning rate helps it make progress really fast, but it's clumsy. It can completely overshoot the bottom of the valley and just bounce around like crazy, never finding the best solution. So, the takeaway here is that finding the perfect learning rate is a really delicate balancing act. The shape of this error valley is incredibly complex, full of all sorts of smaller pits and bumps. And what that means is there's no single perfect step size. It also means the network isn't even guaranteed to find the absolute lowest point, just hopefully a very, very low one. Okay, so we know which direction to go, thanks to SGD, and we have a general idea of how fast to go with the learning rate. But a real-world neural network can have millions, sometimes even billions of these weights. Calculating the slope for every single one and updating them all just sounds impossibly slow. So how on earth is it done so efficiently?
Well, this is where the real magic happens. It's an ingenious algorithm called backpropagation. It's often called the workhorse of deep learning, and for a very good reason. It is the engine that makes training these massive networks not just possible, but actually practical.
You know, the core ideas behind it had actually been floating around for decades, but it was a groundbreaking paper in 1986 that introduced the incredibly fast and efficient version of backpropagation that we still use today. That was the breakthrough. That's what made training really big, really deep networks a reality. So how does this workhorse actually do its job? It's basically a constant four-step dance. First up, you have the forward pass, where the network makes its guess. Second, we calculate the error using our loss function. Third, and this is the brilliant part, the backward pass, where that error signal gets sent all the way back through the network. And finally, the update, where every single weight gets adjusted just the right amount to do a little bit better next time.
So let's put it all together. When you zoom out, you see that training a neural network isn't some kind of magic. It's this really beautiful, logical loop. You've got the loss function to measure the mistake. You've got SGD to find the right direction to improve. The learning rate decides how big of a step to take. And then you have backpropagation acting as this hyper-efficient messenger, telling the entire system exactly how to update. If this helped demystify a little bit of how machines actually learn, we'd really appreciate your support. Liking this, sharing it, and subscribing helps us create more explainers that break down these kinds of complex topics into clear, simple ideas.
and we'll leave you with one final thought to chew on. We've just described a purely mathematical process, right? It's just about minimizing error through repetition. So if it's all just math and optimization, where does the intelligence in artificial intelligence actually come from? It's a fascinating question. Thanks for watching.